Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the final segment of the News and Views show. At the end of this week, it is the 5th of June 2020. My name is Azharwadi. You're listening to Salam Media, One Nation FM, as well as Al Ansar out in Durban and Peter Maritzburg. And this particular interview is going out on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. I'm joined online now by the director um, uh, at Vision Tactical. I'm just losing my paper. Vision Tactical, yeah, joined us online this morning. And we're going to talk about two things. First of all, I've still seen, and he's been, along with all the, real work he does and his day job, he's been out in the field with his team, Muslims Association of South Africa, still continuing their wonderful charitable drives assisting the people of South Africa. Welcome to the program, Yasin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Azhar. I don't blame you for getting the intro mixed up. I have some difficulty deciding which cap to wear every morning, but thank you for doing it all this morning.
Nonetheless, okay, right. Let's start off. Let's first look at a quick synopsis of the Muslims Association of South Africa. You guys are still busy out there, doing a lot of work. What have you been up to in the last 2 weeks or so?
Alhamdulillah, the distribution with hampers continue. The demand for food here continues. There's still a major demand for food. So we are continuing. We targeting a lot of the homes directly. And it's becoming a little bit more difficult to give out mass distributions. What we've done is we've also now introduced, or we're also starting to send out sanitizers to a lot of the schools. We started with blanket drives a week ago, and alhamdulillah, we were able to distribute a number of blankets to a number of areas. But shukar, our work continues.
All right, so you're still very much on the roads of Johannesburg and South Africa, assisting the people who need it the most. And at the same time, we've just seen this press release coming out that Vision Tactical, along with ER24, has now launched what they've called a strategic preparedness response unit. And you can see the scroller there at the bottom of the screen talking about it. What exactly is this, and how will it assist in the COVID-19 fight?
Over the past few weeks, we've noticed that our clients firstly were asking us, what are we doing to prepare our guards on site? And then we were attending a number of schools, mosques, funerals, where we noticed that people just didn't have the knowledge and, doffing of PPE. Number two is people are wearing masks. Are we certain that we're wearing the correct mask? Are we certain that the masks that we are wearing, the way we're wearing it is the correct way to wear it? So we decided we have to go on some sort of campaign, and then from a campaign on how to protect yourself against the virus, we basically improvised, partnered with ER24. We realized we needed to go on a much stronger campaign. We needed a full-time team to do it. And also, we know that the team going out and training people on how to handle COVID is one part. But creating that awareness, taking the stigma away, especially within our Muslim community, taking the stigma away of being infected infected with COVID is a major thing. So in our attempt to create an awareness, we also want to get rid of that stigma, break that barrier, get people talking about COVID, understanding the implications and the risks around COVID. And that's what the idea of our COVID preparedness unit was about. That said, we've already received a number of requests for the unit to be at a number of local schools to assist and guide some.
Yasin, we just seem to have lost that link there with you. Let's see if we can re-establish it in a moment.
The masjids and what precautions they can take further. Okay, I'm back online as but Shukr, that's what the idea of the unit. That's what the idea of the unit was, and we are going to continue using the unit so that we can create an awareness firstly, but also prepare people when there's smaller gatherings or events or things going forward, and also how to deal with COVID if you're infected in your homes. We know that we saw the biggest spike last night, and I don't think there's been a better time that we could have launched a vehicle like this in a unit like this to assist our communities.
All right. So one thing that I picked up from what you said that's very important is the breaking of the stigma, right? I've seen some people putting out posts trying to explain to communities that, so what if our family members have had it, or if you've been for for testing. People may have passed away, relatives may have passed away. You can't begin to stigmatize a family because of the medical effects that are related to COVID-19. So very important there. But your unit itself, describe it to us. What is it? Is it a vehicle that pitches up at a place? And what do you have in there? What do you do? What can you offer the public?
The vehicle falls within the category of a non-operational EMS vehicle. So it's managed by medics, by guys that are trained in how to prepare yourself, how to sanitize. We've got we've got sanitizing equipment in it, so that we can, when we get into a premises, we can assist with sanitizing in it. They've also got PPE in it on board. So if there's a crime scene example, or an accident scene and things, that unit will go there and ensure the safety of the paramedics, the law enforcement officials, and stuff like that. But the vehicle is essentially an ambulance, and we're using the ambulance to not transport, but equip, so that in the event we need to engage with communities in it, they see the seriousness of the virus and how we're tackling the virus. There's medics that are managing the vehicle, so that people understand that you're getting a background. It's not just a lawyer or someone or a security guard explaining you how to put on PPE. People understand that if a medic explains to you how to put on PPE, they understand the seriousness of the importance and the procedure that you put PPE on. So that's where the partnership becomes very, 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 very important. And the credibility of us now sharing our knowledge, sharing the awareness, creating an awareness in our communities becomes so much more important, just because the vehicle is equipped to handle this sort of thing.
And if people want to engage you on the service, where do they contact you, or how do they get hold of you?
They can contact the control room on 084 222 2222, or visit our website, www.visiontactical.co.za. There's a lot of information on the website detailing the services, the information. We appeal to schools to make contact with us, so that we can come, advise, look at your procedures, look at your SOP, ensuring that you are complying and ticking all the boxes, so that you are taking the necessary steps to prevent COVID and the spread within schools, within mosques, within community centers, etc.
Yasin Teba, Director at Vision Tactical. Jazakallah khair, and thank you so much for your time this morning.
Jazakallah.
That brings us to the end of the slot news and views. We like to love you and leave you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.